Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Fortnite Whiplash car. This is 1/18 scale. It's really cool. It comes with X-Lord Black. This is a new style packaging. It's more of an open packaging style versus a closed. For me, I get it. It's definitely attractive to a lot of buyers, especially kids that can see the product, play with it, whatnot. But as a collector, I don't think I would want to purchase something that was, sitting on a shelf and played with and potentially damaged if you're, if you are a collector and you want it in mint condition, or, even regardless if you open it or not, you don't want a broke door, broke mirror, cracked here, scratched paint, whatever can possibly happen in the process before you actually purchase it. But nonetheless, here it is. Very cool. I've always seen these. I thought these are very cool design. I love how sporty they look. Definitely caught my eye when they came out. Looks really cool. So for the packaging, here on the right on the bottom of the Jazzwares logo, then in the middle on the bottom of the Fortnite with the Whiplash nameplate with a stripe. It's kind of done in like a bluish green. And we have Epic Games here on the corner. We have this sticker that says play and display. Fits up to 4-inch figures, which is 1/18 scale. We have X-Lord artwork here, which is pretty cool. I love the color scheme on this figure. It's good. Very tight room here, so I'll do my best to show you the sides. Fortnite on the bottom, green stripe. But these really cool, wicked cutouts. I think it looks fantastic. The only top of the box you got is this piece that says Fortnite. Gives you an idea how the box is shaped. Other than that, this is the top of the box. You can just basically see the car. And on this side, basically isn't really a side. You have Fortnite. We have that bluish and greenish coloring stripe on the bottom. Speaking of the bottom, here's the bottom of Fortnite with a bunch of warnings, a bunch of stuff that most adult collectors don't care about. Maybe parents and for legal purposes, but other than that, who cares? There's a stupid sticker on here that doesn't matter. Then we have UPC that helps you. Okay. The back on the left, we have, it's not just a name, it's a warning. I'm assuming that goes with here on the right. It says ransack every dimension with the Fortnite X-Lord Black, artwork of X-Lord, Epic Games, some other stuff, silver foil sticker. Back over here we see the product images of the Whiplash and X-Lord. Play and display fits up to 2 4-inch figures. Really don't know why they had to put it on every side. Some of this stuff. What's really interesting here is the bottom. We know we've seen the chopper before. We gotta do a review for that. We have the bombs away. We have the battle bus. We have the reboot van, and the RC mud flap. I really wish that RC mud flap would have came with a trailer. That'd have been super cool that you could open and store stuff. That'd have been definitely a selling point that I think collectors would have went after. Yeah, so this is really cool overall. What's really cool about this, the price, $19.99. I mean, you're talking, Jazzwares was killing it with between Halo, Infinite, 1/18 scale, and then these new Fortnite figures and vehicles are looking fantastic. This is a heads up too for this video. There's actually other offerings coming. I've seen a cab. It comes a cabbie, $20, and it fits 4 figures. It's really, really cool. Let's get this bad boy out of packaging and take a look at it. Okay, here he is, free from the packaging. It's not too hard for the car. There is just, the only thing that's holding it is on the bottom. You have these two, they just go into the bottom of the car like this. You just turn them, they pop out, done. Then you got a zip tie across the doors, which is really a pain. They kind of got it, gotta be careful, because you open up just a little bit. You don't want to scratch up window with the scissors. But these, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but right in here, there's this. They run the zip tie down through this door and down around here and around the window is tight. And even after you cut it here at the window, the zip tie part, And then you gotta open it something, kind of cut it inside in the middle to free that up, because you don't want to, it's real tight, and if you try to pull that through, you're gonna break something. Other than that, it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at Excel real quick before we take a look at the Whiplash. I do like this version. I love the black. It looks something right out of Mad Max. It looks very, very cool. As always, let's take a look at that head sculpt. We have a silver visor. His helmet is a light blue on the sides. We have a little bit of orange there for the, I guess, the pin that holds the visor. Light blue way around. We have a green stripe across the top with black stripes, and then we have some silver studs or spikes. They're not very spiky, it's more of a stud, I'm assuming for safety purposes. But that would be pretty cool if that was spikes sticking up. But obviously it's a toy, and for this particular line, I'm assuming that's just for because of children. We do have this very soft rubber vest. I'm sure they're going for the jacket look because of the black sleeves, but this is removable. We do have a pretty cool insignia there on his chest. This is a purple style inner pad. Then we have a black flap here at the bottom. I don't think that's removable. It might be, but I doubt it. But obviously if you take off this vest, we have, it's going to have the black arms. Here on the top of the shoulders, we have the studs painted a silver. We have a collar around the neck of the vest. There is a insignia on the back. That was a skull. It's a shame that they poked a hole through it. You see on the back here how it comes down and folds into that purple and then black again. On the arm, we have some more paint done in white. Looks cool. We have some kind of, almost like it holds something on his wrist. Little device there on both hands. Show what that is. Then we have another insignia or whatever that is there on his shoulder. Looks really, really cool. And then we have like a pouch or something on his thigh. His pants are like it's like the purple. Then we have the green stripes right here on his thigh a little bit, and then down on the lower leg. And then we have, which I don't understand. This is a really cool looking figure, but these kind of look like, I mean, are they going for the untied sneaker look? Or are they going for fairy booties, Peter Pan, I don't know, slippers? I'm not sure what they're going. Yeah, it's a great looking figure until you get down to the feet. And that's my opinion, but it looks kind of off. But overall, I do like the color pattern and then the overall look for the aesthetics. So let's take a 360 look. And I'll give you guys some more angles so you can see all about X-Lord Black here. See, on his hands he has like cut out finger gloves. It's really cool. This is a nice looking figure. Obviously I said looking, but you know, once we get to the articulation, you probably can, if you are a collector, you already know by looking at a figure you're going to have limited articulation. So let's get into the articulation. We have rotation for the head, 360 side to side a little bit, down, mostly back to stationary. Might improve more, about the same. Arms rotate 360. They're soft ratcheting. I had to heat this figure up a little bit. It was very stiff. See, that's stiff again. I'm not sure what's going on with these arms. I got that much. Then we have 360 rotation at the elbow. We have bendable elbows. Gives you about shy of 90, not 90. These things are really scary when you try to bend the elbow. and then you get, yeah, it's shot at 90 degrees. There seems to be some kind of articulation under all this clothing, because I can get an ab crunch. Get some little bit of side to side there, but due to this entire intersection here, it is definitely going to hinder your ability to sit this guy. Now it makes me wonder, you know, fantastic set values. Don't get me wrong, values there, but you should really consider what figure they're putting with what vehicles, and at least, I mean, it should be common knowledge. Like if you're gonna have a vehicle with a figure and your figure's gonna sit inside, the figure should sit. I mean, I don't think it's rocket science, but okay. You're not gonna sit this figure. You can see here, you're gonna get about that much front. He is gonna potentially give you a lot of hard time trying to get him inside the Whiplash. For the splits, about that much. He's very stiff, and then it hits the side plates here. This whole bottom section is going to destroy his hip and sitting ability. So he has thigh rotation, double jointed knees. I want to warn you about the ankles. They are very stiff when you get it. You got to heat them up. They do pivot down, pivot up. We have rotation 360 all the way around, back if you want. Maybe I think the side to side is more of the rotation of the 360 around, but overall it's a cool figure. So I went ahead and I tried to get him in the car. I am not going to try to do this on camera, and I got him in, but it's a forced job. So just so you know, you can just see from the articulation, you have to bend his knees. You got to get him at a right angle. You got to push his head up underneath the canopy of the car. It's a pain, but you can smash him in there if you want to. I'm not going to do it again. I had a very hard time getting him out. So just so you know, that's the situation with him. But we'll take a look at some other lines too, and how they fit. So let's bring in this Whiplash. Oh man, it looks fantastic. I absolutely love the design of this. I seen this in a game when my son was playing. I think it was awesome, and the way it's played in the game and the overall shape of the car. A couple of years ago, I even told my son it would be really cool to have one of those in the 1/18 scale, which I would never thought if we'd ever gotten. And I would love to have a black one myself. That'd be my first pick, or a red one. But this blue is really cool. I like the blue and white. It looks very sporty. So I don't have a problem with the paint scheme. I would hope if we ever get repaints, I would love to have a black one. That'd be really, really cool. Yeah, it'd be plain black, but hey, what are you going to do? And they'd have to do something with this rear window hash, because it would clash. But it would be fine if they just painted it black. Or nothing like that for me. But let's get him out of the way real quick. So here's the side vehicle. Small wheel on the front, big wheel on the back. We get this runner around there on the wheel wells and on the bottom. White on the bottom, wraps around the back, all the way around. Take a look at the back here. We have the pinstripe that follows through the body of the vehicle. Then we get into the heavy blue around the door and the upper side of the car. Front of the car, very sleek. Here we have this black with we have this light blue pinstripes, almost like going for the lights, like a light bar. Very, very cool. Obviously the other side's the same as that we just looked at, which I forgot to say about the black mirrors there. We're going to get to the interior and the doors here soon. Didn't forget them. Just giving an overall what it looks like. The back looks super cool. Almost gives you a Lamborghini type sports car rear view. These are actually translucent lights, and we have a license plate here. Very nice attention to detail. I don't know if they were maybe going for a light up effect at one point, but then maybe cost, for what it's worth, $20. I mean, I had to take this all day long without the light. I'm not big on all the electrical or electronic stuff. It's not really needed for me. But especially if it's going to jack the price up double the price. Nice spoiler. I love the shape of that spoiler. It's all white. You can see the back visor window, that pinstripe, how it follows through up around the other side and down to the other side of the car. On the top, we do have the two stripes down the middle of the hood and the roof, and then we have a black antenna here. This right here is your potential braking point. I can see that breaking off. Be very careful with that. This is, I'm betting, is going to be one of the things that are going to be broken off when these more rarely become in the stores. You probably, I'd check this first thing. This and the doors you're going to look at if you buy this out of the store. You even may get a broken one in the mail. Who knows? Anyhow, let's take a look at the interior. The doors open very nicely. Lots of room. We got a gray dash. We got white seats with a little middle of the gray there. Looks very, very cool. The door opens pretty wide. You see there's a gear shift in there. Right here. So we'll watch those that get broken off. It's very cool. So spinning around to the driver's side, you see we have a steering wheel. So like an off-white. It does turn. We have a gray centerpiece. We have two little white speedometers or tachometers, whatever here. And then there's no decals. It'd be nice if there was, but obviously for the price, you're probably not going to get it. And then if you notice right here, we have another kind of gauge or mirrors, whatever they're going for is 2. And then there's actually a rear view mirror up top there. Looks very nicely detailed for, I mean, you're basically paying $10 for this. $10 for the figure, $10 for the car. Most Fortnite figures are between $10 to $12. You know, solo modes, and then, you know, $10 for this car. You can't beat that, man. I mean, compared to some of this other stuff that's coming out, the prices are getting crazy. Jazzwares, if you're listening to any of these videos, man, keep doing what you're doing. And people do appreciate the value and what you're getting for overall product versus price. We want to say thanks. So for interior, I'm going to go ahead and give you take a G.I. Joe reference. This is G.I. Joe Retro. Like I said, the X-Lord does not fit unless you smash him. Here is a G.I. Joe. Watch how cool this is. There you go. Now the G.I. Joe Retro line of G.I. Joe figures that can sit very nicely. Perfect fit. These are perfect for multiple universes. Highly recommend these for multiple versions or figures from other lines. You can get Scarlet put in there, Lady J, Flint, you know, any Joe, any Cobra. Baroness would look super cool in a black one, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try a Halo figure just to see what we get. These guys are these are made by Jazzwares too. It's just they need to pay attention to what they are putting into the vehicle. See, his head hits a little bit, and no problemo. Looks fantastic. Very, very cool. Alright, you're probably wondering, like most people, if you watch my channel, I do a lot of Joy Toy reviews. Does this fit with Joy Toy? So here we have one of the Joy Toy figures, one of the females. She fits. She sits off the seat a tad bit, but if I play with her legs, probably can get a little better. So, but the door's shut. Who cares? That's how she looks inside there. Very, very cool. Now, keep in mind too, I just randomly picked what I had on my clothes sleeve. It's going to be hit and miss with the Joy Toy figures because of the crotch area. If they can sit in any big old bulk figures, you can get them in there. Keep that in mind. The key to this is to it being, you know, a particular style figure, and limitations on the waist. So, but fantastic. She looks fantastic with it. Just so you guys know, the like Master Chief, you know, and some of the other Spartans, they're just too big for the car because they're just bulky figures. But the Marine size figures, they fit, you know, really nice, as I just showed you, because these are made by Jazzwares also. That is the again, it's going to be a fit issue with size and the ability to sit. So everybody's probably wondering, candy stick Peely in there. Back on a Fortnite note, Peely. He will fit with his head sticking out the window. So let me show you that. So there he is. That's the best you can get Peely inside the car. But, you know, for a fun time, joyride, sticks his head out the window, do the Ace Ventura thing. Looks very, very cool. Alright. Okay, for some vehicle size comparison, yeah, here it is with the new Retro Histang 3. Height-wise, don't have much room here, so we'll do the best we can. So this is for the height-wise here. There we go. It's really cool. It fits perfectly. I still think the tank would be bigger, but you know, it's how it works so far. Looks really good. Here we have with the new Gun Goose slash. This will be the same size for a Mongoose, which is also made by Just Wires. So here is that for comparison there. Looks really, really cool. Quads, you know, a larger quad to begin with, and we have a sleek sports car, so that's how they compare. Looks very cool. Obviously, I can go on all day long with comparisons with figures or vehicles, but I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. That way I'll leave something for you guys to do whenever you pick up your Whiplashes. One, you can buy a bunch of these guys and have a whole gang of Whiplashes if you like, but I'll give you guys a chance to discover your own size comparisons too. But this will just give you an idea of what, you know, what these things look like, and they look fantastic. So overall, my final thoughts: the car is fantastic. For $10, I mean, I'm not even complaining about anything. The only thing I didn't show you, I want to show you is the bottom. These are plastic tires. You see, they're just plastic. So very nicely detailed here on the bottom. So, yeah, so I'd watch around ski. You used to do your slides, you're drifting. You might scratch up the plastic, but overall, pretty cool. Like I said, $19.99 Target. I think these are available now on Target.com as of this video. Highly recommend them. Check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like and share the video. Hit that thumbs up for me, please. I really appreciate that. And as always, we will see you in our next review.